Support for Mission Nonprofit is provided by Thurston Talk.
Hi, thanks for joining us on Mission Nonprofit. On Mission Nonprofit, we feature a local nonprofit organization from the Thurston County area, and this month we have the Thurston County Food Project. And with me to talk about the Thurston County Food Project is Mary Beth Klein, Heather Capust, and Bethany Sano. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
So Mary Beth, you started this thing 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Tell us about how you started this organization.
It was quite a fluke, actually. We were in Ashland, and we saw a green bag, and the green bag had a website on it, so we went to the website, and Ashland was just starting a food project in their community, and it was 2009, and we thought, God, what a great idea. It was a very simplistic idea about gathering food in a neighborhood and in a community and serving the food bank. We'll tell you more about that as we go. So we brought the idea home, and we went to our neighborhood association meeting, which is Kane Road Area Neighborhood Association. And I'd have to say we hadn't been to too many meetings before that. And we presented the idea, and it was just so well received, doing something for the community, growing neighbor to neighbor attention and affection and interest. And so from that meeting, 8 people from the meeting joined the project or started the project. Heather was one, from the very get-go. Good. And we had our first pickup. So I'll just tell you a little bit about the project now. Okay, so you give a neighbor gives a bag to a neighbor and asks that they, buy something extra or fill it. Once a week they put something in it, and then it is put on their porch on the second Saturday of every even month. And a neighborhood coordinator picks it up, and I'll tell you the history because it's been moved from many places. So maybe we should see a little bit about how Ashland started, and it pretty well overviews the whole project.
Okay, so you have a video from Ashland about what they do with their, I don't know what they call it. Do they have a name for it? Do you know what that is? It's the Ashland Food Project. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, let's check out that video.
Great.
And then we'll come back and
tell
talk
you some
more.
History.
Okay, sounds good. So here we go.
Have you ever been really hungry and not known where your next meal is coming from? Most Americans are pretty lucky when it comes to food. The only question we have to ask is, what will I eat? But some Americans are not so lucky. They have to ask, will I have enough food to eat? About 50 million Americans, this is almost 1 in 6 of us, struggle with hunger every year. And about 17 million of them are children. These kids and their families know something that most of us will never have to learn. Being hungry all the time isn't just a distraction. Hunger changes everything. It puts people more at risk for disease. It makes it tough to hold jobs or concentrate in school. It can even harm expectant mothers and their unborn babies. Hunger is a trap for seniors on fixed incomes, for disabled vets, for the working poor. Often, after rent, utilities, and other basic expenses are paid, there's just not enough money left to feed themselves or their families. That's when food banks become a lifeline, providing emergency food supplies. There are more than 50,000 of them in the United States, almost all independent local nonprofits run by volunteers. They need a regular supply of nutritious items like tuna, cereal, peanut butter, tomato sauce, and pasta. And that's where you and the Food Project come in. You want to help? We make it easy. It's all in the power of one green bag. The Food Project is an easy way to work with neighbors to provide a steady supply of food to your food bank. Here's how it works. A volunteer called a neighborhood coordinator signs up neighbors and friends to be food donors. Each donor gets a reusable green Food Project bag. When they go to the supermarket each week, they buy one extra non-perishable food item, take it home, and store it in the bag. Then every 2 months, on the second Saturday of every even month, their neighborhood coordinator picks up their bag and leaves an empty one for the next time. All the bags of food are taken directly to the food bank, where volunteers unpack, weigh, and shelve the food. And it really works, because when your bag is combined with your neighbor's bags, you create the unbeatable power of community. Already, millions of pounds of food have been collected by food projects around the U.S. This is the kind of neighbor-to-neighbor program we need in America today, something that brings out the best in us as we work together to solve real-life problems. So, start or join one where you live. Help change the world, one green bag at a time.
Oh, excellent. So I've noticed you've got the same green bags.
Absolutely.
Just a different county name.
Yeah.
And it's the same pickup times as the video.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. And actually, now Ashland is moving nationally, and they have 40 different cities that are involved as food projects, and 20 that are coming on board. So.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's excellent. Right. And we have grown. We started at our president's backyard, collecting and taking food to the food bank. And then we got bigger and went to McGrath Park, which is a park in our neighborhood. And then we added, slowly began to have other neighborhoods. So we moved to Pioneer Elementary School. We were given that opportunity to use that facility. We got too big for that facility, and so we have moved to the warehouse, Thurston County Food Bank warehouse.
And that's where all these bags go.
That's where all the bags go, right.
And so, Heather, you're a neighborhood coordinator.
Yes.
Does that mean that you pick up all the bags or are in charge of making sure the bags
so as a neighborhood coordinator, you have the responsibility for picking up from specific donors in your area. So I thought it was fantastic when Mary Beth and Dawn Klein came back from Ashland, because it was just such an easy, so they sold it as, the tagline is, you want to help, we make it easy. And it is so easy.
That's our motto.
Mm-hmm. It is, so all we do as a neighborhood coordinator, every other month we go out, my kids help, my daughter's been involved since the very first pickup, and my son has been involved since then. They love it. We go out, we go around to our neighbors who have agreed to donate, and it's so easy. They just have all agreed to do this. We bring empty bags. They have their full bag on the doorstep. We grab it, put it in the car, run around and do that from all the neighbors, and stop at a few other places on the way to the food bank. And we take it to the warehouse now, which is our designated drop-off location. And there's a whole, group of folks that are there and help grab the bags and sort it out. And it's a really easy operation, and it doesn't take us long. I have about 15 donors. So, we pick up, go to those houses and take it to the food bank. It really takes an hour and a half maybe out of our Saturday every other month. So it's a really easy, quick way to make a big impact.
And they have it ready like at a certain time in the morning.
Yeah,
and-
so as a coordinator, you would be emailing your
Okay, so
donors and saying,
reminder.
we're going to
Yeah.
be around, reminder, this is the weekend.
2 to 3
Yeah.
times before pickup. It's
Yeah.
really not
Yeah.
a lot.
And I'll say, okay, have your bag out by 9:30 in the morning, and we'll come around and pick it up. And so it's just waiting on the doorstep, and sometimes they come out and want to chit-chat, and it's great because one major benefit of this project is to build community. Because before that, our neighborhood is a very big, spread out neighborhood association, and a lot of folks didn't know their neighbors. And this has really helped build that community.
And actually, I should have initially just said we have 3 goals, and the first one is to sustainable food for the food bank. So it's every 2 months, so they anticipate wonderful things every 2 months.
Yeah.
And then building communities, our second goal, and then being a model for other communities so that they too could start the project is our third goal.
Yeah, and you were mentioning the food bank gets a lot of donations around like Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Yeah.
but this is a year-round
Year-round,
supply
right.
for them, and you
Yeah.
know they can count on that. So it's really important.
Right.
Yep, it's
It
not
has
a
been-
drive, so
it's
it's a consistent
collection.
supply.
Yeah.
And it's every other month, so it's not too much to ask.
Right.
People, it's very easy for people to donate when
Participate, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
participate.
And I bet by this point, viewers out there are thinking, well, how do I get one of these green bags? How do I get involved? And I guess the easiest thing is for them to go to your website, right?
Yes, so
Absolutely.
thurstoncountyfoodproject.org is our
Okay.
website, and there's ways on there to sign up to become a donor, or what we really need is neighborhood coordinators.
Right.
So if
They're
you
critical, yeah.
are
Yeah.
willing to just ask a couple of your neighbors if they would be willing to donate a bag of food every other month, and you could bring it into the food bank warehouse, that
That's what we need.
is
Yep,
really what we
absolutely.
need, are those
Yeah.
coordinators to pick up from donors.
And anyone can be a coordinator. I
Yeah.
had a 2-year-old when I started. Your daughter was
One.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dragging the
years
bag
ago,
around.
yeah.
We have, I also pick up from Jubilee neighborhood, so they're all retired. Anybody can pick up the food. Anybody can be a neighborhood coordinator. Anybody who can send out an email, a couple emails right before pickup time, and every other month. So yeah, we've grown so big, which is great.
15 neighborhoods
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Yeah, it
And-
started in our neighborhood, but folks like Bethany have brought it into their own neighborhoods.
Tell them
And it's
more about
grown.
Jubilee, because that's just huge.
So I live in Edgewater in Lacey, and most of my neighborhood are military. So a lot of the people that I have had signed up have moved. But I got my foot in the door at Jubilee when I made friends with somebody at the park near my house, and they do a lot of community events with themselves, and so they invited me to come and speak. And these Jubilee people, they are so generous,
Giving, yeah.
so generous that I'm become a lead, and I've signed up 3 other people to be neighborhood coordinators. We have so many donations that I can't do it by myself anymore. So now there's 4 of us picking up for Jubilee, and it's still a lot of bags.
That's huge,
And we
yeah.
still need more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about what kinds of items are important and needed. And I know that changes, right?
It does change, absolutely.
So the website would be a good place to
Absolutely.
find
We
out.
list on the website, what the food bank is suggesting is most needy products, and it changes, and you'll get the new listing all the time. Yeah, and it used to be only non-perishables, and now they do fresh fruit and vegetables and such as well, and
And they will accept toiletries.
toilet.
and
Yeah,
various
absolutely.
sundries.
Yeah.
And
Now.
one thing they always need is baby food, baby formula.
Yeah.
That's something they supply
Right.
year-round. And the programs that the food bank does, they reach so many facets of our community. It's
Right.
really amazing how far they go. So there's kids in school who get reduced lunch, and every Friday they get to take home food from the food bank to bring home to their families so that they can eat for the weekend. It's the outreach that the food bank does with the food that we bring in is amazing. So, and not only that, but like rural communities or senior centers where people have limited mobility,
Yes.
they actually go to those places and deliver food to those people. They also support school gardens. Some schools, especially the really needy schools that the major population of the kids at that school don't get enough food, they have gardens and they help sustain them and help them grow their own fresh produce, which is really great. And they also do a summer lunch program for kids. So kids get to eat every day when they're in school, but during the summer when there is no school, they provide lunch for them and food for them to take home to their families as well. So it's really important that there's just a constant flow of food coming in. They also do kids' birthday bags. So when you're going to the distribution center and one of your children is having a birthday, you can request a birthday bag and it comes with cake mix and party favors so they can have a family birthday celebration. So it's really important to keep them fully stocked.
Yeah. And it's also really great because it's unique food. You know, when they get food from distribution centers and such, it's maybe pallets of Cheerios or something. But, you know, I even look at it and think, oh, someone smoked salmon. Maybe I should have that.
Or like whole organic milk, or like the stuff I don't even buy for myself.
It's a great variety.
Quality food.
Yeah, quality
that
quality
you would give your
food.
neighbor.
Right.
And
Because
that's
you're
good.
doing it one bag at a time, so you can,
You can.
Yeah.
It's not too much.
it's
No.
not too much. You can
Just
always pick up one or two more things at the grocery store when you're shopping.
And
Yeah.
a little bit too to add, when we initially started, we just had neighborhoods. And now within the neighborhoods, we have 2 churches and we have book clubs and a variety of different groups of people that have joined us,
Yeah.
which is great, yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, and you probably need donations, and those donations don't go towards food because people are already donating the food. But
Yes.
you have to buy these bags.
Exactly.
You have to pay for other things. What kind of expenses do you have, and how can people donate for those expenses?
Well, that's really good. We have, no employees, which is, and so we have bags and supplies, and now we have insurance because we've become a 501c3, and that is really just to keep everyone safe more than anything. And actually, when we were at Pioneer, and we had a couple trucks at one point, a pallet looked really like it was going to fall, and we thought, okay, we gotta be safe here. We gotta get organized.
That was also the last time we used the van for the
That's
pickup.
right. That was. We
were
moved
just
to the warehouse.
too
yeah.
big.
Yeah.
We just had too
So,
much food. Yeah.
So on our website, there's a button
Right.
to donate now,
Okay.
and you can do it through PayPal or with a credit card. And we're also soon we'll have Amazon Smile available to
good.
choose the Thurston County Food Project. So a little piece of each purchase can
Yeah.
go to the food project. And also the State Employees Combined Fund Drive
Right.
will have the food project as an option to donate to as well. And so that'll all go to more supplies
More
and
supplies,
bags.
right.
And as we grow, because we have grown a lot. We started at 26 bags on our first pickup, and our last pickup we had 726 bags. So we are growing by leaps and bounds, and so yes, we need those donations
Right, that's
and
exactly,
need to
yeah.
just have more bags out there for whoever wants to join us.
Yeah.
We better mention that website again. It's thurstoncountyfoodproject.org. and
Yes. Right.
We'll put it down on the screen down here so
Okay.
Right.
people
Good.
can go there right now.
Yes.
It's not hard to remember.
No.
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 And
That's
you
pretty
could go to tcfoodproject at gmail.com as well,
Okay.
just for information.
That's for
Yeah.
just to send you an
Right.
email.
Or have
You-
questions or such, yeah.
Yeah, and there's also people who maybe aren't able to donate food. That I have 2 people on my route that just write a check, and it's specifically for the Thurston County Food Project. So that's also very
Very
helpful.
helpful, yeah.
Yeah.
So if they don't collect, if they have one of these bags, they could just put a check in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe not leave it on the doorstep. I
Right,
don't know.
right. Yeah.
But and do you have like other means to get in touch, like on Facebook or anything like that?
We're waiting a little bit. We
Okay.
just because our website has just evolved and we've just pulled it together. But we do have someone very interested in putting it on Facebook for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Each,
it will
each
happen
individual
soon.
neighborhood that,
Yeah.
that does
They'll have
participate
their
in the program might have that on their neighborhood association website. But yes, we're working on
Right.
a main Facebook
Yep.
page. So
And you have your 10-year coming up in April.
Yes, we do.
So next month.
We
and,
do.
And so
Yeah.
what are you doing for that celebration?
Well, because our next pickup is the day before Easter, and we might have to make some accommodations. So we decided to celebrate. We're celebrating in our June pickup,
Okay.
and we're having a barbecue at the warehouse.
All right.
And hopefully someone would like to bring their band.
Ah.
And
Yeah.
we're hoping
We'll
for
take
a
volunteers,
band.
yeah.
And actually we want to develop a song and
Nice.
a dance.
Okay.
And but it should be. I think it'll be really well received. We have a group of leads that meets the Wednesday before the food project, and they are very excited about celebrating together. So we'll be orchestrating something very fun.
And so that will be at the food bank.
A food warehouse, in Tumwater, right.
Okay.
Right across from SPSCC.
Uh-huh.
If you don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody's not, doesn't have one of these bags, is not participating, can they still go to the celebration?
Possibly. The only thing that we want is a little bit of an idea of how many people are coming.
Yeah, so they need to
Yeah.
RSVP.
Yeah, RSVP.
and we'd be happy to give them a green bag.
Yeah,
and get them
absolutely.
Get a green
started.
bag. Maybe that's where they get involved. They
Yeah.
start there.
That's right.
Go
Yes.
there.
And we'd love for anyone interested at all to just join us at any of our collections. And
It
that's
is-
the second Saturday of every even month.
It's really exciting. There's a
is
lot of
very
energy,
fun.
and you see all the different families and little people and older people, like all walks of
Working
life,
together.
working together,
Yeah.
helping. And it makes the job go very quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
So it's from 10 to 12, and
The
that's
pickups.
pretty much it. Yeah, the
Every-
collections.
Every second Saturday of every even month.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that celebration in June, you don't have a specific date yet?
Yes,
or do you have the day?
it'll be after the pickup.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it
we'll
will be
just
the second Saturday in
second
June. All
right.
right. Okay, good.
And one thing to know too is we have 15 neighborhoods and some very large, and they at times need to do a little bit of a change. So they might pick up all of their bags on Friday, but bring them to the food bank. So people make alterations as they need to, but we still do the collection on that Saturday.
This
so if
is
that's-
the individuals with the bags.
Yes.
Or the neighbors,
Or the-
the neighborhoods with the bags.
Okay,
Yeah.
the leads.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if somebody
Right.
is interested in becoming a coordinator, you can make it work
Oh,
for your own
however, yes.
schedule. So like
Or
the
your
next
neighbors.
pickup is over spring break. I
Yeah.
won't be in town, so I'll just make an
Okay.
adjustment with my donors to pick up on a different date, and then I'll just deliver it separately
Right.
to the warehouse.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
very easy, yeah.
Yeah.
And, we're talking about reminders, but I think it's really important to kind of honor Ashland because they send us the reminders, and they're very colorful and fun. And they have changed them to Thurston County for us.
Wow.
And then I send them out to the leads, and then the leads send them out to the neighborhood coordinators. And yeah, it just is very simple.
Yeah.
They've been very helpful, great mentors.
And you have other communities in the state of Washington doing this.
Absolutely, we have. We
Like
have.
Bellingham, you told me
Yeah.
Ridgefield, Vancouver, and Sammamish.
And Issaquah.
And
Issaquah,
Issaquah.
Sammamish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right
That's
on.
Yeah, so as Ashland was a mentor for us, we'd like to do that for other communities
Right.
that would like to build a project like this.
and it's been fun to see them grow. Yeah.
Yeah. From 26 bags to 726 bags in 10
They've
years.
been
Yeah,
very
pretty.
helpful.
Yeah, pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're nice looking bags. I really like the way
Thank
they look.
you. I like those bags.
You're not going to confuse our bags with anybody else's
No,
bag.
no.
Or our
Yeah.
shirts.
And I have
Yeah.
to say, now you look at these, and they're all kind of homemade, or home done, and they all have a different look. But this one's 10 years old.
It is.
And this one's 10
Yeah,
years old,
it
so they
is.
last a long time.
Oh, okay. People might want some shirts
They
now.
might.
Now that
That's
you're
right.
talking about
Yeah.
this.
Right, this,
now,
right.
Can they get shirts? They have to,
And
they have
every
to be
neighborhood,
donors.
every neighborhood coordinator gets a shirt and a lanyard, although we're adopting different lanyards, but and bags and magnets that have the dates on it.
Oh,
Little
cool.
And
reminders.
brochures as well, so they have all the equipment that they need to go out into their neighborhood.
So become a lead and you get a shirt.
Yes.
You know, all you have to do is drive around your neighborhood, pick up the bags, take them to the food
That's
bank.
it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
want to help?
We make it easy.
We make it easy. So we are almost out of time, believe it or not. Are there any final thoughts? I'll go maybe to each of you. Mary Beth?
I think probably the best thing, I mean, we did not know each other. And at first, I mean, truly, the Crana neighborhood became very tight and very, it's just been a wonderful opportunity to get to know your neighbors and work together for something for the good of the order. So it's been great. And
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, it's the building community is
It's
really
really
key.
huge,
I mean,
yeah.
we're doing a really good thing for the food bank, but I mean, my kids are involved and we know our neighbors so much better.
Yeah.
And I've known Mary Beth for 10 years now, and it's great. And it just is such an easy way to help.
Yep. I started because I wanted to set an example for my daughter of helping the community and volunteering, and it's been a great experience. Now I've been a part of it for
5 years.
5 years now.
More, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe 5 or 6, and so she's grown up kind of watching the things that we do and helping, and I'll hear her sometimes playing with her friends, and I hear her talking about donating food. And
Yeah,
it's
that
just
is
become
great,
part of
yeah.
our, and the whole family does it, and yes, it's great to meet new people and set that example for her, and by showing her a way to help the community while actually helping the community, you know, we're raising people that will hopefully continue that helping and volunteering and building the community. So
making friends is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, absolutely,
Making friends,
absolutely.
so.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for you. You can see this Mission Nonprofit on Sundays at 4:30 p.m., Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Thursdays at 7:30 p.m., Fridays at noon, and Saturdays at 2:30 a.m., 10 a.m., and 6:30 p.m. You can also catch us online at tcmedia.org. See you next time.
Support for Mission Nonprofit is provided by Thurston Talk.